This is sage. And oh, what's crazy, before we even get into it, kill the negative connotation about your ignorance. So sage is not demonic, but that's ironic coming from somebody who practices demonology behind closed doors. So physically, this, you could say this is demonic, but spiritually, consciously, it has no concept of angelic or demonic. So sage is basically just to help you open up the portals that are literally right in front of you. So it's helping you see what's in plain sight, meaning that you're able to. So from what I know, most people who have told me about sage, they said that, oh, if you do this, you'll attract these kind of spirits. But when I first heard that, I always questioned it with logic. How would I attract the spirits that are already there? How would I attract the spirits that are already there? That makes no sense to me. So it's like people will say, if you do that, you open up portals to demons. It's like, fam, do you know demons don't even exist? Demons are nothing but titles, or titles placed upon energy, meaning it's in a lower form. It's in a lower physical form. So energy has to take place. Like energy has to be physical to appear to us so we can comprehend its existence. Like for this chair, for example. This chair is energy, it's consciousness, and it knows I'm sitting on it. But in the spiritual realm, I'm literally sitting on nothing but air. So I'm basically levitating. What do you do when you practice demonology? I don't practice demonology, so I can't even tell you, gang. Because I don't dabble into demonology, because that's where, to me, common sense. Using demonology, if you get into demonology, bro, because I don't know, but I just know with the title alone, that means you're going to walk into a practice learning about demons. So you're going to have to learn about like the Satanic Bible or the Luciferian Church or the Satanic Church. So you'll be going into a lower realm, lower than heaven. But it'll be higher than heaven, but it'll be on a lower perspective, because the tip of the iceberg is the lower part of the iceberg as well. Can you describe it into karma? Be more elaborate. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Because like karma is like that. Like that's a vague thing. Karma is very vague. If that makes sense. Like that's a bland, I guess you could say title, because like everything is karma, and there's a whole list of karma as well. Because like when it comes to karma, you have to go all the way back to negative timelines. So you gotta like, when it comes to karma, like be more descriptive on what you mean, because karma to me don't exist. But karma is like what we're going into right now. It's like the law of divine oneness. How did all life start? All life. That's a contradiction. Life is a contradiction. Meaning that, first of all, life never started because it never ended. So how can life start if it never ended? That's why I say it's a contradiction. Because in order for us to comprehend what life is, we have to know what life we're living in. Karma isn't good or bad. Exactly. There we go. We got one person who's awake in the class. Thank you. Exactly. Karma is neither good nor bad. So what is it? It's a concept. You had to believe in karma. That's why when people say with these elite, why do they do all this evil stuff, etc., etc., but why don't they get, their karma, etc.? It's like they don't believe in karma. They know how to avoid karma. Literally. Like that's what an idiotic genius would do. They would be so dumb to where they can avoid the karma, because they're getting their disciples, they're getting their I'll say students. They're students of their ways. They're basically passing down epigenetic knowledge towards their lineage to help them grow in the future. Because these elite, they're not thinking in 2024. Duh. So it's like you have to think eons, centuries. You had to think above 2024. You had to think like, what will life be for us in the year 4065? Like imagine what will happen in 4065. Most of us won't even be here to see that. But that's the thing with karma. You will be here to see that, because that's the wheel of life. It's a circle of life, literally. It's like a recycling bin. So you never die. You never die. But before we even get into this, because that was just the intro, but before we get into this, I'm neither right nor wrong. Everything I say is a contradiction, obviously. So yes, I am practicing hypocrisy, but I am conscious of my wrongdoing. So I will guide you towards righteousness. And understand, if you are in here to comprehend this, you will learn how to awaken your aura. Not only that, if you hear kids playing in the playground, I'm near a daycare and all that, out in nature. So just appreciate the divine beings, laughing and being joyful and all that. But if they cut off this live for some strange reason, just know this teaching will be on YouTube. You know how this goes. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for liking and sharing, and thank you for being here with this teaching. And go get yourself some nature today. Go be great after this teaching. We are entering having a human experience. Exactly. How did the first people to live get here? We'll get into that teaching. That's not important right now because you've been here before Adam and Eve. Like before, when there was Adam and Eve weren't the only beings here. There were other beings besides Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve were just who we are, literally. So as we keep hearing about that same repeated story, that is about you. It's a mockery of you because these teachings that they teach in the Bible, they come from ancient scribes. They come from scrolls, Dead Sea Scrolls. So if you study the Enuma Elish, if you study the Emerald Tablets, like if you study like all these different teachings from the past, like Sumerian tablets, if you go back into the past, this is where these, I would say, saints, disciples, because obviously for a demon to understand and comprehend everything that was going on in the Bible, you had to have been watching us. That's why when they said the watchers, yes, the watchers are literally nothing but fallen angels watching us from a higher dimensional realm in their mind, but they're in the 3D realm. So you literally had to have a spiritual awakening to understand anything I'm even saying right now. Because if you are oblivious, you're done. You're done. You will never comprehend what this even means. Why do you believe the tablets though? I don't believe shit. I don't believe anything. I don't believe anything. But I'll be lying if I told you that. Literally. So, when it comes to the 12 laws of the universe, if you guys can't hear me too, because when the wind is blowing, so just let me know. I want to agree with you, but I don't know anymore. You believe what you want to believe, fam. Even though you weren't talking to me. But when it comes to anything else, just believe what you want to believe. Because there is no truth in this fictional world. You have to guide yourself to your own truth. That's the whole basis of guiding the horse to the water but not making it drink. What's your thoughts on diseases? And our food and our water, what we listen to, what we watch. That's how diseases are formed, meaning your mind is at dis-ease. So to keep your mind at ease, you have to learn about positivity. You have to learn about harmony. You have to learn about heavenly energy to maintain that frequency to your aura, because our aura is a magnet. That's why we're teaching or learning today about aura and strengthening it and learning about the 12 laws of the universe, because if you don't have indications of both of these, once again, you will be oblivious to your own blissfulness. So do you just believe in a higher power? I believe in a divine creator. So I believe in the same God you believe in, but I don't call my God God. I believe in a higher divinity, a higher divine source. So I call my creator the divine creator, because I know God is a title placed upon your higher self, literally. Like God is a title placed upon your higher self. So before a government was even formed, right? You gotta understand, before a government was formed, a bunch of people were outside, like they were out. Guess I do meditate. I actually just meditated before I made this live. But actually, I'm meditating right now with my eyes wide open. So it is meditation. But before people became people, there were beings who were teaching themselves how to be one with God. So before you were smoking weed, before you were drinking wine, before you were drinking beer, alcohol, before you were taking acid, LSD, shrooms, all of that, people were in nature, and nature was providing its natural resource before it was tainted with money. So these beings were in nature. They were getting high off of honeycombs. So therefore, it's exactly why with honey, they will dab honey in different drugs or diseases, because they're telling themselves, how can we find out and transcend God? Not only God, how can we mock and mimic the teachings of God to do it through our liking? That's what Satan or Satanists would teach themselves, and aka they will teach religion and school systems and colleges and work and roads and all that shit that we see every day comes from these beings in a negative timeline. So therefore, I do believe in a divine creator, but I don't call it God, because I know God is that's a vague name for my creator, my almighty creator. So if you want to talk about God, use his correct name: Yeshua, Yahuwah, Yahweh, Jesus, your ego, whatever you want to call God. God has many names. It comes in many forms. Elohim. It comes in many shapes and sizes, but it don't matter, because once you look in the mirror and you understand who you really are, you know that you are the true image of who? God. The law of divine oneness. This law asserts that everything is interconnected and unified, emanating from the same divine source or universal consciousness. So the law of divine oneness, meaning that And what's crazy, if we don't get through this teaching as well, we will, we'll have a part 2. And also, if you guys missed the Get Out video, I had that on YouTube. That's uploaded as well. It's an hour long, but that was part 1. So we'll do part 2 of Get Out as well. But the law of divine oneness, meaning that everything and nothing is one. So good and bad have to exist. So think about a world if it was just good, right? When people are in that victim mentality of bad things are happening, why is bad things happening to me? It's because that's the universe working itself out through you. So when it comes to good thing, imagine a world where everything was just good. Why not worship the divine creator? All right, so to my people who have been here before, I love that question, but I really just answered you, but I'm gonna answer it again. I worship the divine, the law of age restricted. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna get prepared. I ain't gonna answer that question, but just know I worship the divine creator through spirituality. I practice spiritual. And he just said that. Thank you, Nini. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. It's just crazy. People like stop listening to just type. Listen to understand. Listen to understand. That's the problem with society right now. Y'all listen to talk. You don't listen to understand or understand. But divine oneness. So if a world was just good, somebody out there would say, why is the whole world just good? Why is it every day I wake up, the sun is shining? Why is everybody around me smiling and laughing, having a good old time? There are some people out there who would hate a society where it's just good. So the law of divine oneness is telling us that with evil, it has to have that balance. So when you're complaining about why do evil people do what they do, that's just their nature. What's the song of Michael Jackson? Living is human nature. Why do they do me that way? You feel what I'm saying? Like it's human nature. That's what they do. So you have to just be okay with that. You had to. This teaches that the illusion of separation is the root of cause of suffering, and that recognizing our interconnectedness fosters compassion, empathy, and unity consciousness. Explore the concepts such as quantum entanglement and the holographic nature of reality to illustrate the interconnectedness of all things. So let me go back to the second part. So when it comes to illusion of separation, you can't be separated from that illusion, because what illusion is separation? Separation don't exist unless you allow it to be. So once again, it's nothing but a title placed upon what you already know. Quantum entanglement means that when we're going into a higher quantum realm within your body, because if you believe in cosmic or ethereal realms, all spirituality, all that stuff on a deeper enlightenment, you got to understand that these things are a part of you, but they exist within your mind. So if you think about space don't exist because we're all around space. Y'all hear that siren though? That's crazy. Hey, whoever's in there though, let's go and give a moment of silence for them too. That shit loud. I do apologize for that. But whoever's in there, moment of silence for them. Hope they're okay. We don't judge anyone because God is our judge. Literally, we are our own judge. Thank you for saying that. So when it comes to suffering, right? So like many people are on that one, and what's crazy, we can go, bro, I don't think I'm gonna even cover this whole thing because it's so much. Fuck that, I'm getting distracted. No excuses. So there's somebody on the other side of hate right now, right? Like they hate themselves, or they hate people who are doing better than them. So because of that, they are rooted in the practice of suffering and hatred and jealousy and envy. So because of that, they can't, a compassionate or empathetic person giving them love, they can't take that. They'll reject that. So a person who hates love, they'll be like, bro, don't hug me, don't kiss me, don't talk to me, I don't want to hear about positivity. Like, so if you were to say, bro, hey, I just got me a new car or whatever, somebody who secretly hates you, they'll be like, okay, I fuck with the car and all that, but deep in their mind, they like, man, I wish that was me, bro. You don't deserve that car. You ain't put in more work than me. That's how some people think out here. So you have to understand, like, with the divine oneness, you have to be able to comprehend who you're around and who you're giving your energy to. Because if you're positive, what do you think you'll attract on the opposite side of that spectrum? You will attract hate. So if you are fortunate, if you are famous, if you are popular, be prepared to attract hate. Like if you're trying to be a content creator, you cannot be shy from hatred. That's what comes with it. They even hated Yeshua. They hated Jesus for doing what? Teaching the word of God. Do you know how that's how deep history repeats itself? It repeated itself so much. People hated the Almighty Creator in the flesh. How is that possible? How do you hate your higher self? That's how deep this frequency gets. And what's crazy, that goes into the law of vibration. So it lets us know that in a vibrational realm that we're in, we're placed in a bubble, like literally in the firmament right now. So as you can see, let me go give you a better demonstration. As you can see above us, right? That's how big the firmament is. It's so big that we're in a vibrational frequency, right? Meaning that frequency, so like if we weren't in a vibrational realm, This means that, to me at least, this means to me that frequency will be all around. We'll be everywhere. Thank you, energy. That's the confirmation right there. This is the angel number too. This is the angel number. So, and what's the time right now too? The time is 4:24. So that's the angel number from the universe, and you hear the wind speaking. He's dropping. Someone just said he's dropping gems. Read y'all Bibles and scrolls and ancient history. But exactly. I read the Bible every day, so there's no excuses for you. But when it comes to energy in the firmament as well, it's a vibrational realm, meaning that cities, in order for a city to operate, it has to operate from what? The society's vibrational frequency, literally. So whatever you're harmonizing in, whatever you're living in, that's what you're lying in, literally and figuratively. I'm gonna say it again. Whatever you're living in is what you're lying in. So for example, I'll say my city, Atlanta. If you stay near Atlanta, you know what's going on in our city. It's nothing but a fake. It's a black Hollywood, literally. And if you've been to Hollywood in California, you know what I'm talking about. Because just from putting the two together and Miami, so like putting Miami, putting California, and putting Atlanta together, if you know them cities and you visit them so much, you'll study and know about elevation. So over there in Hollywood and California, you can walk on the stars of Hollywood and you can see a homeless person right next to you talking about something. Like, he'll just look at you, ask for change. He may be dancing, they may be singing. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. And it's like you got Roscoe Chicken and Waffles, but across the street you can see a bunch of tents lined up on the sidewalk, but people will walk by them and they won't give them nothing. That's how deep the law of vibration is getting, because they're showing us that these people, like, before a city was even started, it was a town. And thank you guys for the gifts as well. Thank you for sharing. If I missed your comment, I do apologize, but my spirit is just guiding my flesh right now. So I'm in a passage of my own body. So just forgive me. But I will not miss your comment. But let's keep going. So before a city was manifested, it was a town, right? So by a town, in a village. So by all these things forming, there had to have been councils. So if you study the Bible, the council of Nicaea, the council of God. Therefore, if you study 1 Samuel verse 14, 13, 15, they're talking about the councils at this point. Damn, but their energy going crazy. But so in cities, as they're doing this is an indication letting us know that a lot of people in Hollywood, just for example, because what is Hollywood? Don't exist because it comes from the holly tree. So once again, vibration. These people brought their enlightenment from their family tree. So they went from their roots. They stole our roots, first of all. They stole our roots. Not only did they do that, they learned from our roots. And what did they do? They enhanced our roots into their roots. So they cheated the system. So by them cheating the system, let me not even get too deep into that, but by them cheating the system, vibration comes in to where people who are walking in Atlanta, Miami, Hollywood, they'll see a homeless person, they won't give them nothing. Why? Because what can they do for you? Some people see homeless people as beneath them, but not knowing. Some people enjoy being homeless because what is being homeless? If you know that your home is within, what is a home? Before we had homes, we were literally living outside. That was and is our home still to this day. So if you go out into nature, you're literally at home without being under a roof over your head. So when you have a roof over your head, you have to know that it's a vibrational thing. So by leaving the house, if you're angry at yourself, if you're mad at your family, if you're mad at your siblings, if you're mad at your boyfriend, girlfriend, if you're mad on social media, go outside. Do not keep your energy suppressed in the house. That's what's keeping you dumbed down. That's what's keeping you lower and depressed. That's what's keeping you sad and having dis-ease, because dis-ease comes from us. We never get sick. That's why I cannot remember the last time I ever got sick. Like, I just can't remember it. I don't remember coughing, sneezing, none of that shit. The only time I'm coughing is if I'm getting lifted out of my spirit. I'm talking fast as shit. The only time I will cough or sneeze is if I'm just sneezing regularly, or if I'm coughing, if I want to smoke something. But therefore, what's the point of me getting high if I'm already sober and high at the same exact time? It makes no sense to me. So by that happening, we had to understand that at its core, this states that everything in the universe, including thoughts, feelings, and physical objects, vibrate at a specific frequency. We already covered that. Teach that we are energetic beings emitting vibrations that attract similar frequencies, influencing the people, events, and circumstances that we encounter. So all these things reconnect with Mother Earth. Exactly. Thank you. And what's crazy over here, there are no teachers. We are all students to our own teachings. What are you reading off of? I got you right here. So this is my document right here. And I made notes too before I came outside. This is what I'm reading off of right now. I just made sure to put and combine thoughts from like research and like put my thoughts in my spirit, and I put that on the document right here for Google Documents. Can screenshot? Oh yeah, go ahead and screenshot. And then once we get by this, we'll get to the lower part as well. But for so far though, and what's crazy, you can do this stuff within yourself, the 12 laws of the universe. So you can go ahead and research this on your own. It's all over the internet. The internet is free. Knowledge is free. So do you remember your past life? I'm doing this because what I remember my past life brought me back here for some reason. So when I learned about my past life, once again, law of vibration, I had to raise my vibration to learn my past life. So I had to face my demons once again. I had to look at my demons in the mirror and be like, okay, I can't keep running from my past anymore. I had to face myself. I got to stop being a bitch. And so once I learned that, I just told myself, okay, let me learn my name and then the origin of my name and go to my roots, go deep within my roots and understand to myself that what I did in my past life is my karma in this life right now. And I refuse to die and come back to this karma again. So therefore, I'm going to live in my purpose and guide people to the water, not make them drink. Because why? I'm here to fulfill what? Almighty God's perception. The next one, the law of correspondence. This law possess that patterns, principles, and qualities observed in a macroism, the universe, are reflected in the microism, the individual, and vice versa. I like that. So the qualities observed. So as we see the universe and what we see right now, a lot of people, so for example, why I keep saying the visible spectrum, what we're seeing in life is not what we're seeing in life. So our whole life, we are literally walking blind. Like we might as well be blindfolded, basically. So as we're doing this, the universe is showing us through different perceptions on what vibration that we're at. Meaning that if somebody operates at this wavelength right here below you, like for example, and frequencies are all in your mind. It's all in your mind. So what you see somebody, like you see somebody's energy in real life, like on their flesh, that shows you how deeply connected they are on a frequency standpoint within themselves. So when somebody's operating at this lower frequency right here, they can't comprehend you at your frequency up here. So if your family is thinking down here, or your friends, your coworkers, kids, whatever, they're thinking down here, and you tell them, hey, how do you manifest? And you're thinking up here, somebody down here will be like, manifest? Okay, see, you talking about some witchcraft, some demon, some demonic shit. I don't even want to hear that. What? What do you mean? So, but if somebody told me that to me tells me it's like you're basically telling me you practice demonic worship, because that's not my intention. If I'm asking you, how do you manifest? I'm literally here to hear from you. How do you speak your energy into existence? That's the whole point of manifestation. Spirituality is not demonic till demons made it demonic. That's why people give a negative connotation on spirituality. It's not a demonic practice unless you make it that way. It's your intention behind the energy. Spirituality is not a religion. It's a way of living. We've been teaching people this stuff, but we forgot that. Why? Because of religion. And what does religion do? Divides and conquers. Duh. Like, come on now. T said by recognizing the correspondence between inner and outer realities, we gain insight into ourselves and our place in the universe. Literally, I just said that as well. So, and I'll go deeper into that. So on the inner and outer realities, meaning that on an inner perspective, if you do not know where you are at in life, you won't be able to see somebody at their highest because you're at your lowest. I'm gonna say it again. If you are not in tune with yourself on an internal standpoint, you cannot see somebody at their highest because you are at your lowest. Literally. Before religion, God was still omnipresent. Exactly. Now we gotta fight. Fight for what? Don't forget, because if you fight the other side, you're fighting yourself and what you don't know about yourself. So therefore, be like Martin Luther King, but be like Malcolm X. Like, don't let nobody fuck you over. Don't roll over. Don't bow down or roll over to any man or woman in this world. That shit's crazy to me. If somebody tells you to bow down, kill me. Just kill me. I will never bow down to another man that beats the same heartbeat as me, or ties the same shoelaces just like me, or shits or pisses the same exact way that I do. Out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Crazy. That's why in slavery, you would have had to kill me. No cap. You just had to kill me. We was never a king type. Literally God in the flesh, baby. God and gods is in the flesh. Kings and queens are titles. Nor Gandhi. Gandhi is an interesting person. No offense to him, but Gandhi, I ain't gonna get into that because they'll definitely ban his life. So yeah, but therefore we gain insight from the universe within ourselves. So if you can sit in a room for an hour, like if you can go into your room and you can sit there for an hour, you will literally find the answers to the universe, literally. So if you shut off your TV, your phone, your iPad, your computer, if you shut off the video games, the music, sit in your room for an hour and just think. Just sit there and think to yourself. If you can do that, you're literally unlocking and you're breaking down, you're deconstructing your mind. So just like in Lucy, how she was elevating her consciousness, 0%, 10%, 20%, 30, 40, 100, that's what you're doing. That's the goal. So you don't gotta take shrooms to be high. You don't have to smoke weed to get high. Just sit in your thoughts and you will literally think outside of your own space. Woo! Man, God is amazing, bro. Almighty God is amazing. I'll tell you that. From Darius to Darius, what's good, fam? How we doing? Why does TikTok got the little eye blocked off? Like, I can still see it, TikTok. Come on now. But yes, so that was my deep thoughts be giving me awakenings. Literally, you got to be deep within your thoughts. That's the whole point of awakening to yourself. Sit in your thoughts for an hour. You will think outside your thoughts. Exactly. Look at these teachers, God. Look at the teachers. All credit go to you, big dog. All credit go to you. They're learning. That's the whole, this is so fun. When people are learning and then you can understand and overstand your own thoughts. Come on, bro. You're beating the system. That's the whole point. I'm giving you the keys to beat the matrix. Literally. That's why my fellas and my women out there, are we doing serum retention? How many months are we on? And be honest. Because if you're wasting your seed, everything I'm saying should just go out the window because you're building up your what? Your wealth. I'm legit taking notes. I'm proud of you for sharing. Thank you. That's the whole basis. And what's crazy, these notes that you're taking, they will help you be in the 1% of society. Literally. I kid you not. So many of you out there, there'll be a point in the future. And how you doing, Aaron? And peace, love, and prosperity to you, Aaron. But there'll be a time in the future where we will all meet each other in the same room. And you'll be like, I spoke it into existence. Welcome to the Matrix. We literally share the same exact thoughts and the same vibration. Be careful. Spirituality really works. That's how people fear it. They fear that shit. And then the last one was explore the Hermetic principle of correspondence, which suggests that the principles governing the universe are reflected in all aspects of existence from the atomic to the cosmic level. That's facts. So when it comes down to that, we got to understand that the universe reflects what it wants to. So meaning, we don't even have to go deeper to the higher powers. So for example, I just seen the same plane fly through the same, it flew through the same exact alignment, right? Meaning that we're literally in a recycling bin. So by that happening, you got to understand that everything is a synchronicity of good and bad. So all the things you see with celebrities or social media, for example, that is all a part of the plan. So if you get fooled by some fools, then you are literally oblivious to your own foolishness. If you get fooled by a bunch of fools, then you are oblivious to your own foolishness. Have you seen God before? You basically just asked me, have I looked in the mirror and seen my own reflection? Yes and no. Yes and no. But you feel me? Like, yes, God is transparent. So therefore, I see right through the title of God. It's a spiritual thing. The law of attraction. And we all should know what that is. Bianca J. Thank you. But the law of attraction states, and what's crazy, we should all know that. But the law of attraction states that like attracts like, literally. So positivity will attract what? Positivity. So the reason why there's 18 people here who are attracted to this energy is because what? Positivity attracts positivity. But if I was talking about BBLs and booty shaking and rap or celebrities, it'll be like thousands of people up in here like, whoa, this is drama. I love this shit. But no, here there are some people who actually want to better themselves in their physical life, in their spiritual lifestyle. So this is exactly why we are here in the law of attraction, because we are attracted to each other even though we have no idea who we are physically. You feel me? He's like us, we are made in his image. Exactly. Literally made in his image. And so our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs attract corresponding experiences into our lives. Exactly. Fee 100%. Thank you. So when it comes to notes as well, and I have so many notes, and I don't mind sharing affirmations, because if you steal my affirmations, I have infinite affirmations. So damn, I just bit my tongue. That's karma right there. That's literally karma. But I have so many affirmations to where if you stole my affirmations, I would have infinite more. So you're okay. You're good. Never take it like it's an ego thing. We have no ego over here. The television took out the Holy Spirit. That's why it was designed in the first place, to make sure that you don't know who you are. That TV is basically your mother and your father. Literally. So I have an opportunity for you guys. Not an opportunity. That's an opportunity. So for example, let's go ahead. I have a 777 manifestation method for you guys. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for that. What's crazy, you didn't even have to do that, but the fact you did it just let me know that my meditation method like worked, and I'm here to guide you to that same thing. So thank you, Indigo, for that. I really appreciate you, because you didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate you, and that basically motivated me to keep going hard in this my spiritual experience. But I have a 7-7 method, manifestation method for you that helps you with the law of attraction as well. So just know, if you see me, like, so with my teachings, if you hear me going to the left field or the right field, just know I'm always going to reel you back in. That's the whole point of me baiting you into different knowledge. Because over here, we're not just focused on one thing. We can talk about all different laws, but we can go into more different laws, because it all corresponds with each other. It's all the same exact thing. I feel like I need to keep doing this. You don't even have to do that, but the fact that you're in here listening just lets me know that God is amazing. That's Almighty God is amazing. That's the best way I can put it. Almighty God is amazing. That's the only way I can put it. So the 7-7 method, manifestation method. So for example, I radiate an aura of lightness and grace as if floating effortlessly above the ground. My energy field is weightless and ethereal, giving the impression that I am gently levitating. So I'm basically helping you guide yourself to levitation, meaning that you actually can levitate. And so people be like, okay, now you're just talking out your ass. Relax. Because when it comes to titles, for example, how do you know a pencil is a pencil? Because somebody told you that it was a pencil. So when it comes to levitation, people believe that Jesus or Yeshua was levitating, not knowing you are literally seeing energy float above the surface. So you can float above your own surface, gang, just like monks. That's why monks stay in temples above what? Higher ground, because they're levitating above their surface level way of thinking. So I'm basically teaching you. Actually, I can go ahead and show you this too, as a matter of fact. I'm going to show you all this. Because then, like, y'all can go ahead and screenshot. So, there we go. I embody a serene elevation with my aura lifting me higher with each breath. The vibrancy of my aura creates an illusion of levitation, captivating those around me. I exude a buoyant aura that defies gravity, leaving observers in awe of my seemingly weightless presence. My aura shines with such brilliance that it appears as though I am suspended in mid-air, gracefully hovering. I resonate with a divine energy that manifests as a visual aura of levitation, captivating all who encounter me. So, if you screenshotted that as well, understand, it does not matter who or what has a affirmation or manifestation, because it's literally energy. It's energy. That's exactly why if you copy somebody's post on social media, those are your thoughts as well. So it doesn't matter. You have to be prepared to have a bunch of clones, literally. So if somebody steals your flow or your swag, that's all a part of the plan. Like, you're a leader, nigga. You expect to be a leader and not have followers? Make it make sense, my nigga. You should never get mad at followers. Like, niggas are following you for a reason, because look at you, stupid ass nigga. So, but yeah, thinking and think queen. There we go. But if you guys read that 7 times in the morning, or the AM, I hate saying that, 7 times in the rising, so before the sun comes up or as it's coming up, 7 times in the afternoon, 7 times at night. When you're reading that, that was so disrespectful. When you're reading it 7 times at night, before you go to bed, what I do is, before you go to bed, as you read it that 7 times at night, close your journal. Pillow method, putting you on free game as well. Pillow method, put it under your pillow. And what will your brain do? It'll sleep on it. Put your manifestation method under your pillow. You need a village to be successful. You just basically said you need yourself to be successful. You're not wrong though. But yes, so put the journal under your pillow and your mind will literally sleep on it. Literally and figuratively. So now as you're going, what are you doing? The law of attraction, what are you doing? You are transcending your attraction and you're going into your own reality. So as you're doing that, you're basically sleeping. Look, if you think about it, you're sleeping on your own future. You're sleeping on your future and you're making it your reality. So now I'm gonna help you make your dreams your reality right now. As you're sleeping, while you're sleeping in your journal, boom, as you're doing that, you're going to think to yourself in your dream, okay, I just read about levitation before I went to bed. Now your mind will show you flying, and you can be in and what's crazy, the multiverse now, quantum realm, cosmic realm, all of that. You're going to be seeing yourself in a multiverse. So you'll be everywhere, nowhere. You'll be in your bed, but you're everywhere in your mind. As you're in your mind, that 777 method that you read will literally be in fruition. It'll be remembered. So now your mind will be like, oh, I'm levitating. People in your multiverse will be like, yo, so-and-so. So like, for example, I am or Dejan. You'll be like, someone be like, Dejan or I am. You're levitating. Like, you're so beautiful. Look at your aura. Whole time. And what's crazy, you'll be smiling as you're laying down. But it's like, you'll be like, yeah, I'm levitating. And you'll be talking to yourself, but nobody's there. Nobody's there, but your brain thinks that somebody's there. And then as you wake up, remember, do it again. So boom, so for 7 days. So 7 days, as you wake up from your dream, as you're sleepy, you're groggy, you're in that dream, you're in that REM state now. You're still sleeping, you're still groggy. So your mind's trying to prepare itself from leaving that higher realm into this lower realm right here. So to remember your dreams, write them down. So as you do that, you wake up, boom. Okay, that same 777 method that you did yesterday, do it again. Write it down 7 times in the AM, 7 times in the afternoon, 7 times at night, and then read it 7 times in the AM, afternoon, so on and so forth, literally. So that's free game for you guys as well. And if you missed this live, it'll be on YouTube, and y'all know that by now. The law of inspired action. And what's crazy, I knew I was going to finish this whole thing, but we got 15 minutes left of class. Can I get through that? I'm going to try to get through that. Because we didn't even get to aura. We didn't even get to aura yet. Golly. Damn. So you keep writing it and reading it back. Exactly. Do that for 7 days and believe it and believe it. So think about it. A closed-minded person will say on the 7th day, they'll be like, I did it for 7 days and it didn't work. That's your problem right now. You're telling yourself it didn't work, and so you basically just tricked your mind into thinking that your future isn't here right now. For you to see your future right now, you have to wake up and actually make your success a habit. How you doing, EM? Peace, love, and prosperity to you, my goddess. But you have to make that a habit. So you cannot say on the 7th day, I just did Divine Messenger 777 method and it didn't work. Man, you're a scammer. No, brother. No. You had to believe it to achieve it. Meaning that you had to do it every single day. Even when you make it in life, do it every single day like you'd never done it before. You feel what I'm saying? Thank you for the gifts too. I appreciate it. Thank you for the rose. Thank you so much. But yeah, literally. So like, cause you know how people are, bro. They'll be like, bro, don't believe him. He ain't really spiritual for real. Exactly. I'm not. I practice spirituality. So I let you know you're still ignorant to spirituality, gang. The law of inspired action. According to this law, thank you, mother. Thank you. According to this law, taking inspired action aligned with our desires is essential for manifesting our goals and dreams. We just said that as well. Teach that while visualization and positive thinking are important, action is necessary to bring our visions into reality. Literally just said that. Faith without works is dead, basically. You cannot tell yourself you want to be at this point in life and you just sit on your ass like, yeah, I'm going to be successful one day, man. But I'll do that tomorrow, though. I got to play 2K real quick. Or you're on the phone with your girl talking about, like, or your friend, not even your girl, your friends, or, you know, your whatever. You're on your phone like, yeah, you know, I just had a great day today, you know, just chilling. When can I pull up on you? Tight shit, okay, say less. Whenever they leave, just let me know, I'll pull up on you. It's just like, that whole time you're on the phone, what can you be doing? Huh? What can you be doing, God? Getting better. When you're laying down with that woman or that man, and they cannot provide what you are looking for, what can you be doing before you bust that nut? Getting better, God. You got a dream to fulfill, but yet you're sleeping with people who see no future in your eyes or their eyes. Make it make sense. Explore the concept of flow state or being in the zone, where action arises effortlessly from a place of inspired creativity and alignment with the universe. Literally what we're doing right now. So how this came into fruition, inspired action. So I am inspired to make my faith come into an action by getting my ass up, going outside, setting up the teaching type shit, like the ghetto way, literally, without judgment, teaching you the word of God. And what's crazy, we have a church right to the right of us. We got a church right over here teaching the word of God. Teaching the word of God for free. It's like, you can't make this stuff up. The law of cause and effect, karma. This law asserts that every action has a corresponding reaction, and we reap what we sow in terms of our thoughts, words, and deeds. And acts. Oh, my fault. And we reap what we sow in terms of our thoughts, words, and deeds. Hey, what does it say? Black women and men matter. Don't forget that. Teach that karma is the law of moral causation, where our intention and actions determine our future experiences. Literally, explore the concept of karmic debt and karmic healing, emphasizing the importance of cultivating positive karma through virtuous actions and intentions. So you have to go above and beyond what you're doing right now. So if you posted one video for today as a content creator, or if you had one client today, work to get 2 more clients. Work to get 3 more clients. Go on social media. If you posted 1 video today, why not make 4? Why not? You got all the time in the world to be on the phone, right? You can be on the phone for an hour, but you telling me you can't make 4 videos in a day? Shit, what's crazy? I don't want to make 4 videos in a day. That's how you know this shit real. Like, you had to be real with yourself, because you will reap what you sow. So if you make videos every single day, literally make exactly. Wait, hold on. Why make 5? Just make 10 then. Wow, it's like keep going. But the thing is though, with karma, you cannot sit there and just think to yourself, and that's the thing with social media too. Social media just it dumbed us down so bad, because people will see the likes or the views and they'll be like, man, I'm nobody important. Nobody's liking my stuff. Nobody's sharing. You care about likes and views that much to where you stop posting your art as an artist? That's basically ass backwards to me. That's just ass backwards. So you have to understand that you reap what you sow, by helping you understand that you have to push yourself to go past limitations. If you get 1 like, good. Work to get 10 likes and be grateful, because there will be a time to where you get millions of likes, and you on that 100 and millionth or whatever like, you'll think to yourself, damn, I remember in the past I was getting like 10 or 1 likes. Duh, you reap what you sow. Do what you love to do every single day, even if you don't like doing it. That's where motivation and discipline will come into fruition. That splits up right there. That title, motivation and discipline, exactly, keep showing up. So even if you don't want to do it, Mamba mentality, that literally comes from you. That's basically telling us, if you do not want to do it anyway. You know you got to make that video. You know you got to go live. You know you got to post that content. You know you got to go lift weights. You know you got to do push-ups. You know you got to talk to your girl. You know you got to cook the food for your family. You got to be on your shit as a leader. Even if you don't want to lead, you got to lead anyways. You got to. That's why you're made in the strongest image of God. You are his strongest and her strongest soldier. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. The law of compensation. This law states that the universe compensates us for our efforts, contributions, and service in accordance with the law and cause and effect. And Indigo, prime example, and not even Indigo, I am, all of you. Every time I go live, you guys literally do the law of compensation. If I'm lying, God can strike me down right now. Exactly, my nigga. So therefore, that literally tells you, if you are giving a inspired amount of effort into your teachings, and what's crazy, people can tell a wise person and a foolish person just by your actions and what you're looking at, because you got to talk to your audience. By doing that, they'll give you contributions to your services. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be funny either. I'm not a comedian, but I'm literally just like, it's facts. You feel what I'm saying? Like, love every motivation and keep showing up. Be grateful for the small steps you had to keep wanting more for you. Exactly. So, like, when it comes down to it, and even you, and what's crazy, this car keeps driving in circles. So that lets you know our services are being watched. Like, literally, look at this car right here. Literally, he just went in a circle. Like, you can't make this shit up. But guess what? I'm going to keep doing? Teaching. Fuck that nigga. Like, what the fuck? So as you're doing this stuff, so teach that abundance flows to those who give freely of their time, talents, and resources without expectation of reward. Why are you watching me? He got closer. The nigga got closer, my nigga. Crazy. Hey, if this person pull up next to me, just know this live ends. Y'all know what's about to go down. But they park right next to the whip. Odd. You can't make this shit up. But yes, so teach that abundance flows to those who give freely of their time, talents, and resources without expectation of reward. Meaning that I don't give a fuck if it was 1,000 people, 2,000 people watching this. I'm thankful to have 22 people watching this shit. Why is that? Anyways, why is that? Because time is of the essence. I love my time. My time is valued. I can't get this shit back. So that's why no matter when, so it's like the NBA or NFL or FIFA or MLB, boxing, whatever. If you see your favorite athlete on that stage, they should do what? Give 100,000% of their time, effort, and energy. Because there is one person who will either miss that live, literally, they will miss that live, or they will miss that teaching. So people gotta stop being dickheads. Don't let it trigger you. Stay relaxed. Of course, always. I was just wondering what he was doing because I'm very observant. So it's like, I don't need somebody pulling up and I'm blindsided and then y'all see me getting stabbed on live. Like, nah, God forbid. But yeah, I gotta be conscious of my unconscious ways, literally. Like, I can't, yeah. So yeah, that's the law of compensation. Explore the concept of divine reciprocation, I guess you could say, and the law of circulation, illustrating how giving and receiving are interconnected aspects of the flow of energy in the universe. So no matter what's your Patreon, they watching you. My Patreon is in my bio. I'm still getting that worked up right now because we basically got 6 minutes of class left. But the Patreon's in my bio. I'm still getting that worked up because I'm going to have, and you're right, I am noticing that they are watching me a lot, and I'm basically projecting my ignorance because I don't want to put that energy into the air. But you got to be realistic. When you're teaching the true teaching of Yeshua, them men in black gonna pop up for sure. They gonna pop up. Literally, like it's inevitable. It's inevitable. Like they are watching. So yeah, like the Patreon's in my bio, but I'm still getting that worked up as well with the prices and all that as well. Because the deeper the price goes, I should give you deeper knowledge, right or wrong. Like, it just makes sense. So the law of perpetual and transmutation of energy. According to this law, energy is constantly in motion and can be transformed from one form to another. Literally. So this teaches us that we have the power to transmute negative energy to positive energy through conscious awareness and intention. We're doing it right now. They've been watching. Yes. So I said it because think about the Nephilim. I'm gonna leave it at that. When you're born, they mark you. So think about it. Like, we have names, we have social security numbers, we have phone numbers. Like, they know our address. So because of that, like, the watchers, they're watching us 24/7. So when you're going against your normal program, you're out of the ordinary. It's not common to be uncommon anymore. So like, if you're okay with being weird, but people are attracted to your weirdness. Like for example, two trucks. Think about this shit. You can't make this up. You can't. If I'm lying, I'm flying. It's like, why pull up next to my car? But it's nothing to be scared of because it's like, you fear what you don't know. But it is what it is, though. It is what it is, because no matter what, I fear nothing but the spirit of Almighty God. No matter what. That's exactly why, as a man, you have to get in the weight room every day. Just because you never know. Niggas are weird. Women are weird. Literally, we live in a society where niggas will literally run up to you and just stab you just because of who you are. No reason for it. They'll just do it. You gotta be okay with that. That's exactly why the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Like, for example, look at this shit. Why? So yeah, but we'll keep going though. Explore practices such as alchemy, shadow work, and emotional processing to illustrate how we can transform challenges and difficulties into opportunities for growth and healing. Literally. So the law of relativity. The law of relativity states that everything is relative and that we experience life in comparison to other things. So for example, the law of relativity to me means that everything is relative, and what I'm experiencing right now is an experience within itself. Like, for example, all these people are parking next to the car just watching. We're watching God go to work. And I relate to that because I would do the same thing. It's like, why does this nigga have a table outside of a church? It's energy. They're attracted to it. And what's crazy, once you become more awake and once you deconstruct your mind, you can see through the bullshit. It's like, you know that you don't, like, for example, like them coming near me. I've never seen them in this area before till today. That lets you know that people are weird as fuck. And you have to be okay with that. Literally. You can't get mad about it. The law of polarity. Talking about that right now. This law asserts that everything has an opposite or dual aspect, and that opposites are complementary rather than contradictory. Literally. So everything's a contradiction. Good and bad don't exist, because you have to be okay with whatever it is that does exist. So it's teaching us that every experience contains both positive and negative aspects, and that it helps our perception determine the aspect that we focus on. So if you focus on positivity, what will you bring into your life? Positivity. If you're worrying about negativity, what will you attract? Negativity. So by that happening, you're not going to be able to focus on the positive aspects within your life because they're right in front of you, but you're so worried about what's negative within your life, you can't see through the bullshit no more because your mind, your ego is still stuck on the past negative perception of your reality. So you can't be mad about your experience at all, whatsoever, because every situation has a good and bad. Exactly. And right there, so what's crazy, we have the law of rhythm and the law of gender. And with these laws as well, everything in the universe operates in cycles and rhythms and patterns, and teach that life is characterized by ebbs and flows, ups and downs, and that change is inevitable and necessary for growth. The law of gender. The law of gender states that everything has masculine and feminine aspects, and the creation requires a blending and balancing of these energies. And it helps us learn that both masculine and feminine qualities are present within each individual, regardless of their gender. Meaning that if women are leading, you can't be mad at their leadership. You can't. So with that, this basically concludes our teaching. I guess they're doing a soccer practice, so I'm going to, respect their space and all that, which is, even though I'm not in their space, they're in mine per se. But like I said, we got to share. So they had to be okay with, what's going on. But those were the 12 laws of the universe right there. We didn't cover the aura, but don't worry, because Divine Messenger, we're going to provide that message for you guys in the future. So, and we have many days that we're going to stay awake and come outside and just get in tune with these teachings. But we still got a minute left, so if you guys got any last questions, we can go ahead and get into that as well. But yeah, that was concluding to our teaching. Damn, it was so deep. We didn't even get into the aura aspect, but it's all good though. It's all good. It is all good. That's okay, because that still ties into that. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, man. I actually appreciate you guys, because you guys were, cooperative, literally. How do you stop being bitter? All right, let me give you guys, I'll give like 2 minutes, because still I had to coach too, and I need to go work out. Actually, I don't even have time to go work out. I had to go to the gym. But I'm going to give y'all like 2 minutes. So we got 2 minutes. I'll do that. We'll go overtime for our teachings. I'm going to give y'all that time. But to stop being bitter, for one, you have to stop being bitter with what you don't know. So if you're bitter for somebody, family, friends, that means you hate what they are providing, and you can't provide that for yourself or your family. So you're bitter. Like, you're showing your bitterness towards that. So as they're projecting their accomplishments, you'll be bitter towards that, because why can't I achieve that? Where's my recognition at? Where's my fame at? Where's my fortune at? You're bitter. It's okay. That's why Twitter is the home of bitter people. Like, that's the CIA of bitterness, because people hate positivity. They hate it. That's why people like Twitter users are just, they're weird. Bitterness was learned from family. You can say that. You can say that. You can. But what is family though? What is family? That's the title. But this is true though. It does stem from that. I think too, bitterness just comes from our, like, a lineage. It's like a lineage thing. So much love and light. I appreciate you. That all comes from the Almighty Creator. But bitterness just comes from an evil standpoint. Like, if you come from a bitter family, then most likely you'll be bitter as well. That's simple. You'll be bitter as well. But yeah, if you guys got any more questions as well, that's fine. If not, we can conclude this right here. But yeah, that was a great question though. But yeah, we just got 3 minutes. We're just going to enjoy peace. Just appreciate ourselves. And what's crazy, just basking, just digest too. And like, what's crazy, when we get off live, what's your human design? My human design is that I am designed to do what I love to do. Meaning that I know that I'm not a human being. Meaning, like, for example, if you were to see me in person, you'll just be looking at yourself in a human form. So I'm designed to do my spiritual purpose, meaning that the physical realm don't exist in me, because it's like I'm just here for a temporary time. I'm just here for the ride, literally. So whatever happens, I know what's going to happen already. I know what's going to happen to my life already. That's exactly why everything I'm doing was destined for me, and that's why I was able to do what I was doing since I was 5 years old. So everything I dreamed about at 5 years old, when I was able to become awake to what God is before a church, I would have dreams every day to this point of what I'm doing right now. So I would see my future in the past, and as I'm in the present moment right now, I see my past and my present and my future all in one reality, meaning that in my mind is designed to transcend itself. So my ego thinks that I'm teaching 14 people, but my spirit knows that I'm teaching billions of people. So therefore, I don't care about the human perception of an ego, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't, like, who gives a fuck? Like, just teach, my nigga. Just guide people. Just be a good person. Just love people. Like, and that's the thing. Like when people get power or knowledge, they'll start fucking people over. Fuck no. There's so much infinite knowledge out there that I know that I would love to spread to y'all. That's why I do this shit every day. Because knowledge is beautiful. There's so many things that we sleep on. There's so many rabbit holes that we don't know. Like, we bash each other for what we know and what we don't know. That's so stupid to me. That's dumb. If you're bashing somebody because of what they're teaching, you're ignorant to knowledge. Knowledge has no truth. That's true knowledge. Knowledge has no truth. It's nothing but information that you already know. So my human design is basically to inform you about what you know and don't know about reality. Because what is it? What is it? Life is a rabbit hole. That's exactly why we have a Gartha. That's exactly why we have an inner earth. We have an inner earth because of what? Higher beings are underneath our feet. And why is that? You know, yeah, we can go deeper into that, but they'll ban this shit. So, yeah, that's how deep this shit gets. So, yeah, there's nothing to play around about. There's no time for us to play. We had to help people and guide the kids, guide the youth, guide our parents, and guide ourselves. Because if we have no guidance, we are literally guiding ourselves off a cliff. That's exactly why there are no sheep to shepherds and there are no shepherds to sheep. And there are no followers to leaders. Because if you are following a leader, you are literally following a leader who is following other leaders. Stop contradicting yourself. Stop doing that to yourself. It's a war on the mind, spiritual warfare every day. But I love you guys so much. I appreciate you. After I get done with what I got to do in reality, I will post this live on YouTube. And more teachings coming up, you know, so just stay tuned. And if you guys enjoy this, share this with a friend, share with your dog, your mom, your cat, because we're literally going to transcend heaven together. We will all be in the same rooms. We will all meet our favorite inspirational people in real life. We will all come together. We will all be on beaches. You know, we'll all be on cruise ships. We'll be on private jets, just living the life that God intended for us to do. And that starts with who? You. I love you. Have a great, wonderful day, God. Where's my YouTube channel? My YouTube channel. Because I'm about to end this shit. Let me go ahead. I got you. Cause what's crazy, the link is in my bio as well. But I'll physically show you if I still got it connected to my hotspot. But I'm about to go on YouTube app right now. It's loading up real quick. Alright, so this is what it is right now. So this is my YouTube channel. I'm not connected to my hotspot, that's why it's not there. But yeah, so it'll be on this channel right here. So it's been a lucky. Either way, it'll get posted. And then be ready for part 2 of Get Out. So the symbolism, either way, it'll get posted. And then be ready for part 2 of Get Out. So the symbolism of Get Out, we already talked about that, but we'll cover it deeper. And well, yeah, we'll go from there. But, excuse me, you guys have a great, wonderful afternoon and an evening. Take care of your family, take care of your spiritual health, your mental health, take care of your physical health, love yourself, love your enemies and keep them closer, love your friends and keep them close as well. And also remember, stop using 2 eyes and start using 9 eyes. Always remember, I love you. Have a great day, God.